Should have that right back on my shirt. See, Jay was different. He wasn't like others. Every day he would sit on the same red bench at Northside High School as he passed time by writing poetry in his notebook that was stained with his teardrops. Because his art, his loneliness, they were his two best friends. And this was Jay's daily routine. Sitting on this bench, alone. His emptiness would embrace his fragile heart with open arms, but there were no butterflies that flew in his belly, so at the bottom of his stomach, he was impregnated with loneliness. And he hated when the black kids at Northside High School would bully him, because at his school, being different was a disease. Theoretically, everyone shared the same genes, and technically, we all had the same skin color. Being himself was like medicine. It was the worst pill to swallow. So countless times, Jay was directed to the other side of the lunchroom because there was no room for the kid who was dying to be accepted. He was rejected from his peers. He was the socially awkward kid, the bastard child no one associated with, because his skin color didn't match their demeanor. But his racial background was the same as theirs, right? I mean, he too had ancestors who fought for his freedom. So who are they to not accept him? Jay was just a baby cub being hunted by scavengers in this high school jungle. They tried to shoot down his self-esteem. They wanted to gun down his dignity and dreams. They just suffocated him. Because to them, being smart was a white trait. So during class discussions, he became the weird guy who paid attention only because he didn't want to receive detention for not listening, but he was afraid to raise his hand in class to ask and answer questions because of the stares he received. Jay was teased because his speech impediment didn't match the stereotypical slander of Ebonics. Yo, Jay, why do you talk like white people? Jay, why do you study so much? Jay, why is your face always buried in a book? As if it's a crime to be intelligent. As if there should be a difference between acting white and acting black. See, he refused to tweak and twist his tongue to match their ignorance. He didn't want to follow the generational curse of ignorance. He wanted to take advantage of the educational opportunities ancestors had given him. But instead, he took cheap shots from an army of high school 16-year-old soldiers standing in line as if they were preparing for battle. And every day was Jay's execution. It was the click, clack, and clap back from their wide-mouthed barrels loading rounds after rounds of verbalized bullets. They fired words and ammunition to penetrate the core of his brain because his brain was like a sponge, so everything they spoke stuck. Jay was struck by lashes forming gashes on his face. He became the spinning image of his ancestors, resembling razor-sharp whips forming scars and bruises on his back. He was stabbed in the back, neglected, and unaccepted because Jay wasn't black enough for the black crowd. Jay was a skeptical, a standout, eyes crossing his path as if he wasn't from this planet. But Jay's mother always said, son, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. But I guess this is what it feels like when those same sticks and stones take the shape of words. See, he wanted to take advantage of the educational opportunity his ancestors had given him. He tried to be courageous, but they choked out his confidence, wrapped hatred around his throat to strangle his bravery until he puked out fear. Jay would vomit tears. He only wanted to be different. He only wanted to be accepted. He only wanted to be different than what his parents had become. And I saw Jay the other day. I said, man, how have you been after all these years? He said, Dexter, man, all I'm trying to do is survive high school long enough to see age 18. And that made me realize that nowadays, it's become a milestone in this generation to be young, black, and educated by age 18. Thank you.